The Joys of Motherhood by Buchi Emecheta. About the author, Buchi Emecheta, 1944 to 2017, was a Nigerian-born British writer known for exploring gender, motherhood, tradition, colonialism, and migration in her works. She highlighted the struggles of African women in patriarchal and colonial society. Major themes discussed: 1. Motherhood and sacrifice. The societal expectation that a woman's worth lies in childbearing. 2. Tradition versus modernity. Tension between Igbo traditions and colonial Laos urban life. 3. Patriarchy. Women's struggles under male dominance and rigid gender roles. 4. Colonialism and change. How colonial influence disrupted traditional family and community structures. 5. Irony of motherhood. The supposed joys becomes burdens, emotional, physical and financial. Characters. No ego, the protagonist. Our entire identity is tied to being a mother. Naife. No ego's husband, irresponsible, represents male dominance. Children symbolize both hope and disappointment. Agbadi. No ego's father, a strong Igbo man representing tradition. Background. Set in Nigeria, early to mid 20th century, covering both traditional Igbo society and colonial Lagos. Explores the meaning of motherhood, questioning whether it truly brings fulfillment to women. Detailed summary. Part 1. Childhood and early life. No Ego is the daughter of Agbadi, a wealthy and proud Igbo chief, and Ona, one of his mistress. Her parents' relationship is unconventional. Ona refuses to marry Agbadi but bears him children. From a young age, No Ego is taught that her true value lies in bearing children, especially sons. Part 2. First marriage and tragedy. No Ego is married off to Amatoku, but the marriage fails because she cannot conceive. She is mistreated, humiliated, and eventually sent back to her father. This reinforces her belief that a woman's life is worthless without children. Part 3. Second marriage in Lagos. No Ego is married again, this time to Naife, a laundryman working for a British family in Lagos. Soon after, she gives birth to her first son, but tragedy strikes when the child dies suddenly. No Ego contemplates suicide, feeling her life has no meaning without motherhood. Part 4. Struggles as a mother. No Ego eventually gives birth to more children and dedicates herself entirely to them. She works tirelessly selling goods in the market to support her large family. Naife proves irresponsible and unreliable, often spending money carelessly and later marrying more wives. Despite her sacrifices, the family constantly struggles with poverty, hunger, and colonial exploitation. Part 5. War and Displacement. During World War II, Naife is conscripted by the British Army and sent abroad. No Ego must single-handedly raise the children in Lagos. The war brings inflation, shortages, and even greater hardships for her. Yet she continues to endure, convinced that her children will one day repay her sacrifices. Part 6. Disillusionment. As the children grow up, No Ego realizes her expectations may not be fulfilled. Her sons, instead of caring for her, pursue their own lives, careers, and families. They spend little support, viewing her sacrifices as a mother's duty. Her daughters are married off, further limiting her emotional and financial support. Part 7. The Irony of Motherhood. No Ego, who lived only for her children, finds herself lonely and neglected in old age. She dies quietly by the roadside in Lagos, far from home, alone and forgotten. The narrator notes bitterly that she had no children by her side when she died, yet people remember her only as the mother of many. Ending message. Women's identities must not be tied only to motherhood. Self-worth should go beyond childbearing.